Vanessa, it is so great to talk to you. We're here to talk about 1,000 Pound Best Friends, which is already off to like a pretty interesting start in season three. What will fans get to see with your story throughout this season?
They get to see the most massive changes, other than losing the massive amount of weight. They get to see Vanessa actually come into her own and finally get to say bye bye to Betsy. I'm so excited. Also, you get to see me getting to know Scott, getting to know all the new members and group, and seeing us all flourish through the way it started very rocky, very rough. And now we're getting it smoothed out.
For sure, there's a lot to dig into. I can't wait to talk to all about it. When the season starts, a lot of the goals that you set for yourself in terms of weight loss you've accomplished. That's so exciting. What is this chapter of life like now? How are you feeling?
Oh my God. Number one, it's the best life I've ever known, in all honesty, even from a child. I get to go and just rack shop. I can just go to any store off the rack, pick up clothes. I still buy clothes a little big, and it shocks me at the fact that I have to get a medium sometimes. But I am beautiful. I can walk easy. I actually run and go up and down stairs. Every day is another new adventure that I get to explore. And I love it. Like clothes like this, I never could have bought being big. They didn't make. So I feel elegant. I feel amazing. And I feel like everyone's going to get to see me blossom into the Vanessa I am right now. Oh, I love it. I can't wait.
One big thing that we see in the beginning of the season for you is that you're ready to get skin removal surgery. But we know that it's not an easy process to find the right doctor. Can you tell us a little bit about what that journey is like for you?
I thought when you want plastic surgery, you can walk into a plastic surgeon's office and they're not going to tell you no because you're paying your money just to have plastic surgery. Baby, I was told no by two different plastic surgeons, a number one plastic surgeon in Atlanta. I reached out to him and he flat out was like, no, you're too big of a risk. So going into this, the whole I wanted plastic surgery, when you hear no, it breaks you down to a point where I kind of got scared that I would never have it. Started to want to give up. Started to think, okay, well, this is my life. I'm going to have the hanging flab and I'm going to have Betsy May my entire life. This is just it for now. Meeting the right plastic surgeon, and when he was picking everything up and looking at everything, and for him to actually be like, okay, well, yes, it changed my world. It changed my life. It changed my thoughts. I was scared to death, but at the same time, excited with all my glory. And it's life changing now. Y'all, everyone will get to experience it. So I can't speak too much. But the whole thing, number one, healing was amazing. And I can understand how people do get addicted to plastic surgery when you heal so quickly and so good, and the pain was extremely minimal. I'm going to be honest, I want and need more work. So I'm not done sculpting the body. We've had the beginning, and it makes me feel like a whole different person, a whole different woman. I get to walk down the street with my head held high and feel beautiful and gorgeous and luxurious now. I love it.
You said this isn't the end of your journey. What do you hope for in terms of procedures in the future?
Main one is my legs, and then the good old BBL, the good old Brazilian butt lift. I have never had a butt my entire life. My mother don't have one, my father don't have one, my grandmama. We're all pancakes. I want me a nice juicy booty to go with my, the top match the bottom, kind of, sort of, So it's just that, and then my legs. I didn't have any work done on the legs at all, so they still have a good bit of fat on them. Few little tweaks like that, and I wouldn't mind getting some bigger boobies. Like I said, God, plastic surgery is a dream come true when you get to see the results. It really does amaze me when I look at myself, and like people that meet me at this size and how I look, I show them the picture of me when I was at 450, and they don't believe that that's me. and I have to zoom into the face. I'm like, I promise, look at the face. And they'll be like, oh my God, that's not you. Yes, yes, the world needs to know that I was sitting this big, all comfy and nice, and now I can't even explain the way it makes me feel.
Well, it's so good to see you feeling so good. And it was so hard for viewers to see how tough your friendships were in the beginning of this season. Can you take us into where you think things started to go wrong between you guys?
It was around, I'd say about 6 or 8 months after I had my surgery when my weight loss got extreme. And I started, from what they said, I got kind of military, and I didn't look at it that way. I looked at it as I was being extremely successful and I wanted to share that with my friends. So I was telling them everything I was doing, how I was doing it, and telling them, hey, y'all need to do this too. If you don't eat like that, then you'll lose weight. If you get out and exercise, you'll lose weight. I may have been a little too rude, is what I say. A massive weight loss sometimes makes other people feel funny when they're big and they don't see that much in themselves. So the girls just turned their back on me. It wasn't like they were mean to me. They just wouldn't answer me, wouldn't, when I reached out, they wouldn't reach back, and then just completely stopped and alienated me. What everyone sees in season one and beginning of season two is real. Those are real, raw emotions. The first time I saw Meghan, I got extremely emotional. When I heard Meghan and Ashely had hung out, y'all, for real, I got mad. I got mad. And then at the smoothie thing, the words Meghan said, you would not be here where you are if it wasn't for me, y'all, that burned a hole through me. And it took everything in me not to lose my mind, because yes, you introduced me to this whole process and you talked me into losing weight and having surgery, but I got where I am today because of me. I pushed the food away. I pushed myself to go walking. I obviously pushed my friends away to better myself. But through Dr. Proctor's group, honey, Scott and Tina, they are amazing. I found so much support with Scott that even though I had lost Meghan and Ashely there for a while, I was able to reach out to Scott. I was able to reach out to Tina and talk to them and get a lot of support from them that I wasn't getting from Meghan and Ashely. I don't want to say it was jealousy at all. It was just weird that massive weight loss, and then they just stopped talking to me and didn't even explain to me why. I didn't understand. Because if you're a friend of somebody and you get mad, you're gonna be like, hey girl, I am mad at you because you did this, 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 and this. You're not gonna just stop talking to them and alienate them and push them away. You're not gonna do that. So I felt like there was something the girls will not talk to me about that was there. But as of now, we have talked through a lot of the issues. I'm working to be a better person and a better friend and understand I can't be hardcore Vanessa with everyone because they don't get it.
Mhm.
Some people can accept that you made a change, so therefore you want to implement that change on them to better them. They don't get it because they look at it as, oh, I'm good the way I am. Nobody needs to better me.
Mhm.
So our friendship is on the mend. We are working through a lot of things, and I have to say that we do support each other a lot more now than we did, but my heart was still crushed to the fact that when I really needed you and my big weight loss, y'all wasn't there. So I learned, and I would love to be able to motivate and show others you don't have to have any support whatsoever. Support yourself, love yourself, push yourself each and every day, because sometimes the ones you love the most will let you down, and it's okay. It's okay. Just learn to do it on your own, and then you will find a support system that fits your motivation and your lifestyle.
Mhm. That's a really powerful message. So even watching those scenes back, which I imagine was pretty tough, are there still like lingering questions in your mind as to like why things really fell apart?
I do have a good understanding, but not complete, because neither one of them will be brutally honest with me. They want to kind of sweep it under the rug and let's just talk about and get things better now. I do believe there's a lot more that we need to sit down and discuss that they're not willing to just come out and say, hey, you pissed me off.
Hmm.
Come on, quit beating around the bush. So I do feel like there's a lot more things that we've got to talk about and work on, possibly therapy, something to that effect. But as people will see, we have true love for each other. We've known each other too long to just give up and throw away a friendship.
What would you say is the biggest key from what you've done so far in like healing that relationship? And what do you guys want to all focus on moving forward?
The number one thing you have to do is understand that, yes, you did wrong. Admit that you were wrong. Try to understand what you did and fix that. I think that being bold and being so rude about the way I was living was not going to motivate them. So I started changing myself in hopes that they'll change themselves, and they have. We all have put our selfishness aside and decided that let's move forward and work on these issues as we go. The main thing that I tell anyone is sometimes you have to put your own emotions and your own feelings to the side in order to motivate your friends and those you love into being into a place. And eventually they'll get where you are. But until then, just put your feelings aside and motivate them and push them. That's where I'm at. That's what I'm doing.
Not only do you have those like long-term friendships, but you also have new friends coming into the circle this time. I love seeing your bond with Scott and with Tina. How have they changed your life so far?
Seeing Scott and Tina's motivation and how they went from losing the weight they needed, having the surgery, and how amazing they are doing, we have supported each other a lot more than I ever thought anybody would. Me being able to motivate Scott has made him to where he is doing amazing. Can't give numbers, but this man is killing it. Tina is doing so good. She's sticking to the program better than I ever did. She helps motivate me to get back on track because she does so good. And she calls, oh, I did this and I cooked. She'll explain the complete meal and break it down for us and send us pictures and everything. I make it and it's amazing. Low carb, low fat, no sugar. So we all are doing so good. Dr. Proctor's group, that was a genius idea because it helped us to meet people that we never would have met in real life because we don't know where people are on their journeys. And I love the dynamics between me and Scott because he accepts me for who I am. And like he said, oh, I just do whatever Vanessa does because I don't want her to get too loud. Good. Do it. At least you're getting up, you're exercising, you're doing better for yourself. So I motivated you. Whether I scared the hell out of you doing it, it motivated you. You got up off your rumpus and we went walking.
Yeah, there's something about that dynamic that just works where I feel like you guys bring out the best in each other and help each other like grow in the ways that you want to grow, which is so cool to see. I loved seeing you guys both at the speed dating event this past episode, which, had some highs and lows. My heart
Mm-hmm.
broke for you in that one moment, but then you really hit it off with the next guy. What has your dating journey been like? Are we going to see more of that this season?
Girl, when that man walked out, that for real took me back. Like I felt like I was 450 pounds again, that I was there. And I mean, it crushed me. So for Marquise, the next guy that walked up, he was a complete day and night of how I was feeling. He brought me back into who I was. And even when he just stroked my hair, y'all, it made my entire body tingle. So I just want to say maybe we'll get to see him again. My dating life is still open. I am dating. I haven't settled down with anyone. But as you know, I'm learning my worth and learning myself better. So I'm not going to just put up with any old kind of man. The next one I have is going to be the right one in my life. And who knows if I met him that night or not? I don't know yet.
Well, what qualities is that next man going to have that's going to make him the right man for you?
He has to look at me and give me the love, affection, respect, and joy that I'm giving him and I'm putting in his life. Number one, you got to have a job. Sorry, job, car, and don't live with your mama. Come on, those are three things you just come on. In our 40s, we should all have that. I have it. Come on. but I want a man that is respectful, loving, attentive, and understands that I'm a hard lover. I love with all my heart and soul. And if he can't, because I need the one man that I'm going to be with for the rest of my life, not a booty call to have fun and they go home. No, I'm done
Right.
with that.
Exactly. You're bringing a lot to the table and you want someone bringing that same energy back, that same level of commitment and
Mm-hmm.
readiness.
Yes.
Absolutely. I love seeing all of your sessions with Dr. Proctor. He helped so many people, including the Thousand Pound Sisters. I'm curious, have you ever met them?
Oh my God, no, but I want to so bad. Me and Tammy have each other's personal numbers. So we message every now and then. And believe it or not, I have a kitten that Tammy Slaton sent down to me. So I have one of her cats that she sent. So, like, we are really good friends. I've never met them, but I feel like I would fit into their family like they fit in their family. Like, oh my God, I would give anything to be able to meet the Slatons, honestly,
Yeah, I feel like a
especially
crossover
Tammy.
episode needs to happen. Would love to see
Yes.
you guys all in one room. So, you and Tammy text back and forth. What is that virtual friendship like?
We started reaching out a little over a year and a half ago before she had ever even started really losing weight. So seeing her on her journey, there's so many times that like today I just had to send her a message that said, "Oh my God, you look amazing. So proud of you," and told her, "Do not get discouraged for the plastic surgeon saying right now is not the time." And she messaged back, "Thank you, love you, talk to you later." Like, I love that we've been being a little bit of support for each other. I would love to be there for her more. She's doing really good. I'm so proud of her and Amy too. I think they're doing amazing with their weight loss. And really, all of them are doing good, but honey, Tammy is blowing it out the water. And I don't want her to get discouraged just because that plastic surgeon said she needed to wait that certain amount of time. It's a medical reason why they want us to wait that long. I had to wait that long too. No, we don't want to hear it. Yes, we want instant gratification. So I was just trying to let her know that, hey, don't lose motivation. Please continue going because that plastic surgery, it's going to happen. That skin removal, it's going to happen.
As you're having those supportive messages with each other, I'm assuming that lots of fans and viewers are reaching out too with saying how much like seeing you on TV has changed their lives. What does it mean to receive messages like that? And what advice do you give to people who are inspired by your journey?
When people hit me up with, "Hi, I weigh 250 pounds. I'm going through and I broke my knee." One lady, she had knee surgery. With those kind of people, I just tell them, look, number one thing is don't stop being motivated. If you messaged me or commented on my thing to where I could see it, if you message me asking me for any kind of advice or help, then you're taking the first step needed and you understand you need that help. So I told the lady that had knee surgery, I said, "Baby, don't stand up at all. Sit in your chair, do the fat people exercises. It don't matter. It's staying motivated and keeping yourself going." I try to tell anyone that's either starting a weight loss journey, in the middle of a weight loss journey, done stalled out and want to restart, the number one thing you got to do is stop and ask yourself, what changed in my life that stopped me from either eating healthy or exercising or taking better care of myself? Because whatever that is, that's the issue you need to work on, and then you'll be able to motivate yourself to move forward. So I always tell any of my fans, and honey, I love the support I get. The only thing I hate is people still come at me about my teeth, which by God's grace, we're going to get that fixed really soon. Other than that, it motivates me when people ask me for my motivation. When they're asking me these questions and saying that they're struggling, that gives me hope because it lets me give advice that I myself have to take. And who better to give yourself advice but yourself? Love it.